He says, but the capabilities vary from island to island, and that's where the research work being done at BAMSI is critical to any chance of success we may have.
Because we are a research and development institute, our new strategic plan focuses on 4 key areas, and one is commodity improvement, commodity development, and value chain analyses are what help actually direct the research into practical implementable plans. So if we look at onions is a big crop in the Bahamas. It's produced very easily. However, we've come to understand that post-harvest treatment of onions is a major obstacle. So that's one of the ways we'll be intervening, and that's how we operate in each of the countries, each of the 16 countries that are member states. The value chain analysis is critical to developing the sector.
And again, it's an exciting time to really be alive and an exciting time to be a Bahamian, because it's about time that we in the Bahamas are proactive rather than reactive. So we're really trying to prevent a terrible situation from happening. And again, BAMSI is that impetus for change. And so I encourage you and I encourage the rest of the Bahamas to really continue to support local, continue to support BAMSI, watch the space, and see how we're going to move and continue to grow forward.
Is food security at the level of, say, 50% of what we consume being grown and farmed and fished here achievable in the short term?
I would say, what do you mean by short term? In 5 to 10 years, I don't see that being a problem for the Bahamas. But it is going to take policy. It is going to have to come from a policy standpoint where we provide support to farmers, incentives to the agriculture sector. Teaching and training is critical. The agriculture education has to be improved.
But I think we're able to do it. I think through various incentives as well for the young person, the young agripreneur who really wants to farm. I think that the government is supporting them in those ventures, really to encourage and to really increase the amount of local farmers that we have. I do think that we can feed ourselves. Again, it comes with diversity, it comes through education and training, and all of these are available here at BAMSI.
Can we feed ourselves? Is that...
Well, I don't think any country feed itself, say 100%. But I believe we could get up to 50, 60%. From the 8% that we now produce, this in the country today, the statistics show that we produce 8% of what we consume in agricultural products, agricultural marine products, right? Now, I think in the course of the next maybe 5 to 10 years, we can move that up to probably around 50, 60%.
The BAMSI story is far from being told. In fact, we're just in the first few pages of what may well become an epic saga of how a nation less than 50 years old was able to build its capacity to feed itself from the ground up. The common goal of everyone we encountered at BAMSI is to see our farmers educated and our farms reach their full potential while using the most up-to-date methods available. The Institute will continue to grow into its potential with more classrooms set to open this fall and even bigger plans for the years to come. BAMSI has grown well beyond a political promise fulfilled and is now a national institution with universal support. This means the future of the school and the corporation is assured, and its role as the linchpin in Bahamian food security undeniable.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, a massive upgrade to the Rand Memorial Hospital outlined in the Minister of Health's budget communication. Also, it's the break the tourism sector has been waiting on, the arrival of the Adventure of the Seas just one day away. And a local environmentalist sharing his views on Equinor's cleanup to date. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
I'm Shoshana Rolfe-Arkeson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news tonight, Minister of Health, the Honorable Ranwood Wells, making his contribution to the 2021-2022 budget debate, outlining features of that massive upgrade to the Rand Memorial Hospital. He says some $18 million have been invested in a major redevelopment and restoration effort at the Grand Bahama Healthcare Facility to date. Megan Shepard has our top story.
Minister of Health, the Honorable Ranwood Wells, noting that more than 75% of the Rand Memorial Hospital sustained significant damage during the passage of Hurricane Dorian. Since then, some $18 million have been invested in a major redevelopment and restoration effort.
Mr. Speaker, the newly commissioned spaces included the complete renovation of the front entry space. And Mr. Speaker, this is what the front entry space currently looks like, Mr. Speaker. The new foyer area, and I am pleased to announce, I saw a video talking about folks not occupying the space. Patients have now been moved and are being moved from other sites back into the RAD. Mr. Speaker, we've also completed the renovation and restoration of existing operating theaters. The renovation and restoration of the inpatient ICU medical and surgical bed space in the medical and surgical critical care block. The completion of a chapel is now on site for spiritual healing at the RAN, and the completion of an upgraded commercial kitchen cafeteria facility with a very large dining area.
He notes that a healing garden will also be completed in a matter of weeks.
We went ahead, Mr. Speaker, with the construction of a new 40-feet container-sized modular operating theater, pre-op and procedure room incorporated into the footprint of the Rand Memorial Hospital to meet the current service needs while awaiting the construction of a new replacement facility. And, Mr. Speaker, there's the construction of a new, fully commissioned 2,800 square feet infectious disease unit with 7 isolation spaces which are to be used in response to the existing COVID-19 pandemic.
The Minister of Health adding that the plan is to maximize on-site redevelopment services that will address health concerns on Grand Bahama for the next 15 to 20 years.
We have demolished the administration and obstetrics and maternity wings at the RAN, and shortly, Mr. Speaker, there will be upgrades to the existing morgue area with an extension of the corridor to link to the accident and emergency services. Mr. Speaker, given this level of investment on the existing hospital site, honorable members and the general public are advised that there will be a structured redevelopment program of the Rand Memorial Hospital infrastructure.
And as it relates to the new 4-story tower, Minister Wells says that construction is expected to begin very soon.
The new tower will have a minimum of a 5-feet foundation height above grade. This will ensure, Mr. Speaker, non-flooding of the facility during the worst of hurricanes. This new tower would provide the opportunity for all services to be available in one facility in Grand Bahama at one point in time.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Grand Bahama seeing a spike in COVID-19 cases in the latest health dashboard. The island recording 13 new cases in a 24-hour period. 37 cases reported in New Providence, 2 cases in Abaco, and 1 in Eleuthera. That's a total of 53 cases across the country. 15 of those cases from Grand Bahama and Eleuthera have a history of travel within 14 days. There are 38 hospitalizations, 3 are in Grand Bahama. 22 recoveries were reported. The country's COVID-19 death toll climbing to 241. A 56-year-old male of New Providence died on June 10th, 2021. Grand Bahama's tourism product expected to receive a major boost tomorrow. For the first time in history, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines is home porting in the Bahamas. Now, this is welcome news for Grand Bahama, as for the next 4 months, RCL will visit the island every Friday. United Tourism official says he is optimistic about the inaugural voyage, and it is hoped that those within the tourism industry will benefit. Italia Hall has more.
The Adventures of the Seas cruise ship will make its inaugural voyage to Grand Bahama on Friday. A little over 1,000 passengers are expected on board. Our ZNS News team caught up with Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation, Reginald Saunders, on Thursday, who is preparing for the ship's arrival, as a ceremony is planned shortly after.
We're looking forward to it. We have been looking forward to this for years, particularly since COVID, since March of 2020. And tomorrow we have a huge celebration similar to that in Nassau last Saturday. The Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister, will be here, along with Minister of Tourism and Aviation, Minister Diagala, along with tourism staff, officials, and also Royal Caribbean officials.
He is calling this a major boost for Grand Bahama's tourism product.
And for the Bahamas in total and in general. And I think that Freeport should see the same benefits that we have seen in Nassau and the other islands where the cruise ship has been visiting.
And he is encouraging those within the tourism sector to take advantage of this opportunity.
All of the taxi drivers in Nassau for the initial launch of the cruise were excited. They worked directly with Royal Caribbean to make sure that they got involved in transporting passengers. I see no different here in Grand Bahama. I think this is an excellent opportunity for the taxi drivers in Grand Bahama, and also for the straw vendors and anybody who is connected to this. You know, I can't begin to express the excitement that I have that this cruise line is going to be stopping here and home porting in the Bahamas. This is a unique situation for the Bahamas, and you know, the leadership team at Ministry of Tourism that put this all together, you know, I am so happy that they have been able to see this to the final conclusion.
Now the cruise ship is expected to arrive in Grand Bahama at 7 a.m. At 8 a.m., passengers will be transported from the harbor, and they will go on to take part in various tours. The tour will end at the Garden of the Groves. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Now, the ship's visit to Grand Bahama is seen as a positive opportunity for those within the tourism sector. In this report, 2 officials from the transport industry are sharing their views about what they are expecting from the ship's arrival. Here is our Italia Hall.
Those within the transport industry say they are looking forward to Royal Caribbean's visit to Grand Bahama this week. Owner of H. Forbes Charter, Hadley Forbes, says his tour buses have not moved since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. But come tomorrow, his company is set to take some 300 passengers on sightseeing tours.
Up in Smith Point and the surrounding area where we do tours. And Port Lacaya shopping place so that people can wine and dine there. There is no more bubble. It's free flow. The guests are free to go wherever they want to go, at home they want to go. There's no more bubble. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
He says his 60 employees are excited.
We had a meeting yesterday, and every last one of them was here and happy to go back to work tomorrow. I explained to them that it's going to be very slow to start off with. But why is it this slow? I want each and every one of them to go and get the shot. Once you get the shot, you will be free and clear to enjoy your life like you always used to.
Ricardo Richardson, a taxi driver for some 40 years, says he is anticipating the ship's arrival, and it is his hope that taxi drivers receive a fair share of the pie.
We need it very, very bad. We need business here, especially. I'll be happy to know that the people would be going into the Port Lucaya marketplace because that place is deserted. We need to get things moving here on the island of Grand Bahama. You know, the beach will basically take care of itself. But we really need some people to come here for their shopping and stuff like that. It's been a long time since the straw windows them and all that has anything to do, and they're hurting bad, just like the taxi drivers.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Tally. Switching gears now, Equinor South Riding Point hosting a meeting with environmentalists this past Monday, giving concerned organizations an update on the cleanup of oil from the forest surrounding the company. Tonight, the chairman of Save the Bays and director of Waterkeepers telling our Megan Shepard that he is generally pleased with the cleanup effort thus far.
Chairman of Save the Bays and Director of Waterkeepers, Joe Darville, says that he has been monitoring the cleanup efforts in the acres of land surrounding Equinor since the oil spill occurred during Hurricane Dorian in 2019. Darville says he is pleased that the company meets regularly with concerned environmentalists. He notes that during the most recent meeting, the technical team responsible for drilling some 24 to 27 wells throughout the forest gave this update.
They gave an update on what they found, and actually to date they have not found any petroleum and oil penetrating into the water table, which was our significant concern from the very beginning, whether or not the oil would actually go to that depth of about 3 feet, which is the level of the freshwater table ends on Grand Bahama generally. Up to date, they haven't found any such.
He adds that members of Waterkeepers have also been conducting their own tests on the affected wetlands.
The wetlands sort of immediately after the spillage, the wetlands actually were semi-dry, but there was sufficient water in there that we could obtain samples of the water itself from the wetlands where there are fish, mangroves and fish. And we found petroleum residue in the water from the wetlands. We discussed that with them initially, and they said that they were aware of that, even though at one point they wanted to deny that the wetlands were impacted. And of course, we told them that was not the case. The wetlands, we had proof that the wetland contained a significant amount of oil, and we saw the oil sheen there from which we collected samples. And when I discussed that with them originally, they said that they would not want to make intrusion into the wetlands because that would create more damage than what the oil would probably do. And I accepted that.
To this end, he says the only thing to do at this point is to leave the area alone and allow Mother Nature to process the wetlands. He adds that the recent heavy and consistent rainfall has also posed another challenge.
The vegetation is coming back very dramatically. So that in itself will kind of cover some of the residue of oil on the ground. And so again, that will be even more tedious for the workers to go in there to lift up those plants gently and to clean it inch by inch as they have been doing.
Darville says that based on his observations, he believes it will take a great deal of time to have the area carefully, diligently, and meticulously cleaned.
Based upon what they've done so far and what needs to be done, I would say they have another year or so, a year and probably 3 months or more before that forest is completely cleaned up, based upon the initial manner in which it was indicated to them how it should be cleaned up. There are no chemicals of dissolving of the oil, no chemicals are being used, and so everything has to be taken up leaf by leaf, limb by limb, frond by frond from the palm trees, and put it into things and taken to wherever they're disposing of that material.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Now, Equinor releasing a statement on the issue. It says, consistent with immediate action taken after Hurricane Dorian, the company has spared no resources to efficiently tackle the unfortunate oil spill. It adds that Equinor remains committed to the protection of the environment and that the company welcomes the concerns of stakeholders and will continue to offer periodic updates. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
Come on down. Come on down now.
Dollar Deals, located in the Old Sound Plaza, downtown Freeport, has balloons and gift items for graduation and Father's Day. Visit us today. Like and share us on Facebook. Happy Father's Day and congrats, class of 2021.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street is having a Father's Day sale. June 18th and 19th. Take 15% off tools, plumbing, paint, electrical, and lawn and garden supplies.
You all thinking about catching a trip? Get all fresh up and catch the sailing with Valeria Caribbean. Passenger prices start at only $120 per way. And you'll love the onboard amenities while you relax and enjoy the view. Plus, the ferry is secured with all the latest COVID-19 protocols. Once you're done shopping, you're back home in no time with no hassle getting your packages. Bins start at $150, and the best thing is when you travel with your cargo, you eliminate the manifesting fees. It's easy, fast, and affordable. Book your trip now at www.valeriacaribbean.com.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street introduces its new home improvement center. Step into our brand new, fully stocked showroom for the latest in doors, tiles, housewares, kitchenwares, bathwares, vanities, power tools, electrical, and plumbing supplies. So stop by our showroom to view our full range of products or call the Home Advisor hotline at 602-0935 today. We are your home advisors.
The Cutting Edge Barbers and Supplies is a barber store located in the Millennium Mall downtown, next to Better to Serve You, right by Pat's Uniform. We offer a wide range of cuts, ranging from low haircuts, high fades, tip fades, afro fades, skin haircuts, female haircuts, designs, hair dyes, hair wash, beard shaping up, twists. Since the pandemic, we saw a need to pivot into female supplies. Hot irons, curling irons, flat irons, cleansing soaps, shampoos, styling gel, edge control, and the likes. Our website is a full-functioning e-commerce website. We are able to not just look for what you want, but you're able to purchase and have it delivered to your house if you want to. Our phone number is 352-0007. Our operating hours are from Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6 p.m.
Yes, sir. What you saying, bro?
Man, everything cool. Right here waking dead hot. What you doing for lunch?
You catching me here checking out this ZNS Shopping Network site? I ain't looking at this out to sea deal.
Yeah? How do one go?
For $30, you get a $50 coupon. 20% off fish at the stand, plus you get $10 in minutes.
Man, you can't beat that.
Well, out to sea it is.
Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
When choosing a gift for Dad, you want to shop at H&L School Supplies and Bookstore over in the Arcade Building downtown. Find a selection of inspirational books, Bibles, game sets, mugs, photo albums, and frames, coffee mugs, tumblers, stuffed animals to create that perfect gift basket. Let Dad know how much you care this Father's Day. Shop H&L.
Shop with the Nautica Boutique Store, the most comfortable shopping space with the best in men's attire. They have discounted Father's Day packages for the beach dad, casual dad, and dress dad available for gifting. Visit them in Port Lacaya. It's all about fathers at Esquire during the month of June. Save up to 75% off selected items and enjoy 20% off store-wide from June 14th to 19th. Happy Father's Day from Esquire. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Jubilee Cathedral is a church known for hosting giveaways for the community, and this Father's Day will be no different. According to Executive Pastor LaQuez Williams, 150 fathers will be the recipients of free gas vouchers.
We are excited because we know this is the greatest time of the year outside of Christmas is Father's Day. And we are so delighted because we want to do something that will impact the community and especially our men in our community as well. So what we have done is we are inviting persons to come down to the Five Palms gas station on East Sunrise Highway, whereby they can get some gas. Make sure to bring some money as well to go along with that, but you would get a voucher whereby you can get some free gas as well.
James Edgecombe of the Small Groups and Flow Ministry within the church says that their responsibility is outreach, and this is something that they will continue to do.
What we are actually doing is we know that within the Jubilee Cathedral family, it is the heart and mission of overseer Bishop Godfrey Williams and Lady Iris Williams to actually help out and give to other persons. And so what we're just doing is basically carrying on the legacy and demonstrating that love and help is available for persons here in the community of Grand Bahama.
I'm grateful to Mr. Albury, the owner there, who we did this before and we partnered with them. And he decided he wanted to be a blessing as well and to help some other persons as well with some free gas.
Now, once again, the free gas giveaway is for fathers only at Five Palms gas station from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. this coming Saturday. And that's a look at stories making news. Here's a check on sports with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. A number of sporting leaders coming together at a press conference at the YMCA, all in efforts to help Terry Wildgoose, who's been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Planning has started for a number of events to help raise funds for John Terry Wildgoose's medical expenses. Among those persons helping, Denzel Swain, Terry Goldsmith, Anthony Hook Williams, and Terry's son, DeJohn Wildgoose.
We will put all the above on schedules so we could have outdoor activities where those who cannot go to the GoFund and assist with the financial contribution, or who cannot go to the bank and assist with the financial part of this fundraisers, we would ask them to come to these events as we schedule them over the next few weeks. For now, we are asking those who to pay attention to each of the disciplines that we have mentioned here today. And all that we are doing, we are asking God to direct our path. And we are asking our mentors, those who are part of his alumni, and those who are Nassau and John Canoe, we are asking them to participate and give him the best, because we are coming. We are coming with all the effort we have to assist in the financial area.
In 1984-85, I was told I had 3 to 6 months to live. I'm still here. You know why? Because I fight. And that's my message going out to everybody out there who may be sick, ill. You never quit. Take this with you. Terry Wildgoose, I hope you're listening to this, and your family. I cannot be defeated, and I will not quit.
I'm going to do what I can to help him. I'm going to go back to the Jean-Claude committee and we're going to call out, get ourselves together and see if we can come back to this committee to see in which way we could support this venture.
It's been a real blessing to hear people come forward. You know, sometimes years pass and you don't realize how much lives may have been affected and what all were built. And, you know, at the very minimum, I feel this situation has brought awareness, and I'll key in on that word, awareness. I hope this is something that people could look to in the future to take control of your health and be aware about it.
A GoFundMe page has been set up for Coach Wild Goose. Persons can also donate to his Fidelity Bank account number 20597761 and Scotiabank Freeport branch account number 4022503. And that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street is having a Father's Day sale. June 18th and 19th. Take 15% off tools, plumbing, paint, electrical, and lawn and garden supplies. For only $55 per person, off the Deep Edge restaurant on Peel Street wants Dad to eat like a king. Father's Day dining begins at 12 noon until 8 p.m. Call 352-1664 or 688-1664.
Hey there, my name is Nico Nesbitt from the Fitness Connection, and this is Health Bites, where every week we bring you a helpful tip to help improve your health and fitness. Today we're going to talk about the flu. It's flu season. I got some helpful tips for you to help avoid the flu. Tip number 1, stay active. Staying active helps to increase your immune system and your overall health, which is going to fight off the flu if you get in contact. Tip number 2 is to stay hydrated. Drink lots of fluids. Fluids help to flush out toxins and other viruses, so you want to make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Tip number 3, make sure you take a multivitamin or immune supplement. Elderberry is specifically good for the flu. It helps shorten the amount of time that you have the flu and also helps to fight off the flu. Another good vitamin is vitamin D and zinc, which is shown that when you have a deficiency in them, you're more likely to get the flu. So supplementing them in the reverse will help you prevent catching the flu. Well, that's our time. Hope you found these tips useful. Remember, if you need any of the vitamins and supplements mentioned, we have them available at the Fitness Connection, both in Nassau and Freeport. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Wes. I'd like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
Island Bedding is the Bahamas' leading manufacturer in mattress sets. But did you know we also carry top quality products like pillows, comforters, sheets, and much more. Our furniture line is also expanding to meet the needs of those rebuilding. We have bedroom sets, sofa beds, recliners, accent pieces, and so much more. Come and experience Island Bedding today, where everybody deserves their own island.
Are you ready to step out with designer shoes or handbags? Visit Steppin' Out. They've relocated at number 4 Old Sam's Plaza. Stepping out when you want to put your best foot forward.
Make your dad feel extra special this Father's Day with a gift you know he will love. W Gifts can do just that. A special gift basket, a card that says it all, a variety of gifts that can make this Father's Day memorable. Happy Father's Day from Bellevue Gifts and Supplies.
I feel beautiful. And now I smell so wonderful. Cheese Junction. They got everything you need and more.
So we are your one
one-stop gift shop downtown in the Culmerville Plaza. Handbags, accessories, and fragrances for men, women, and kids. Open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Special orders and layaway available. Call 352-9554 for more info.
They got everything you need and more.
Hey, wait! What you doing, boy? Don't jump! Don't jump, you all right? I'm like so stressed out, I can use a massage. Oh, no, don't look at me. I don't do them things. Why don't you check out the ZNS Shopping Network? They may be able to help you with something like that. You think they have something for that? Yeah, man, for sure. For New Day Spa. That's the place where the guys them is rub you down and fill you up. Look, I am buying this coupon for the hot stone massage. Renew Day Spa it is. I'm going. Hey, look here, wait for me. I rolling with you.
Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Jessica Butler, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We appreciate your support. Also, happy birthday to Superintendent Teresita Pinder, Jane Laurie, our former co-worker, Felix Goa, and Rosie Grant. That is going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, I'm Shoshana Will-Farquharson. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the National Report, a massive upgrade for the national healthcare system over the next 12 months. The House Speaker explains that technical glitch that happened in Parliament yesterday. Police following several leads into the country's latest homicides. And government opens a new location to collect government documents. Stay with us. The National Report starts right after this.
Andros is the #1 bone fishing destination on our planet. Sports fishermen visit our flats every year to participate in one of the most fulfilling outdoor activities known to man, fly fishing. And guess what? It's 100% sustainable. Without areas like the west side of Andros, sustaining this industry would be absolutely impossible. So let's take care of nature, and nature will take care of us.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings, sitting in for Mukesh Lopinder. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for tuning in. Health officials say COVID-19 health and safety contingency measures are reaping dividends as the country is seeing a decline in national COVID-19 numbers. It's a trend that the Minister of Health detailed in his contribution to the 2021-2022 budget in Parliament today. Fern Carey leads us off tonight.
With over 12,000 positive COVID-19 cases on record nationwide, the most pressing issue for health officials continues to be combating the COVID-19 pandemic. And more than a year into the pandemic, health officials are now seeing a decline.
Bed occupancy rates are on the decline in every single COVID-19 care facility. Just a few months ago, I shared in this honorable place that 3 of these facilities were under significant pressure and was almost at capacity. Today, the picture is better. Bed occupancy rates as of yesterday at Princess Margaret Hospital is 57.9%. At Doctors Hospital West is 31%, and at South Beach Health Center is 30%, and in Grand Bahama, it is 8.7%. There are a total of 4 persons in the entire country receiving ICU level care for their COVID-19 care. Mr. Speaker, also the positivity rate is trending downward, currently sitting at 9%, from a high in the 3rd wave of 16%, a 43.5% reduction in the positivity rate.
With the national COVID-19 death toll now standing at over 230, Minister of Health, the Honorable Raymond Wells, renewed his call for residents to get the COVID shot.
There is continued shift of the burden of disease to those 20 to 49 years. Within this group, the greatest rate of increase has been among the 25 to 34-year-olds. I want to say that again. Within the 20 to 49 group, which is accounting for the vast majority of the burden of our disease in our third wave. Within that group, the greatest rate of increase has been among the 25 to 34-year-olds. SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, is a social creature that thrives, multiplies, and spreads when we get it. If you want to party, vaccinate. If you want to hang with the crew, vaccinate. Mr. Speaker, I've been saying that I got mine, you get yours, get vaccinated. Mr. Speaker, I am fully vaccinated.
It's been some 13 weeks since the vaccination program started in the country, and to date, over 70,000 persons have been vaccinated.
The access of COVID-19 vaccines is of little use if we do not roll up our sleeves and get the shot. As of the 15th of June, in the Bahamas, a total of some 70,573 doses have been administered. 51,099 first dose, and 19,474 persons have received their second dose and is fully vaccinated. Mr. Speaker, based on the Department of Statistics projections, it is estimated that in the year 2021, there will be some 272,000 adults aged 20 years or older in the Bahamas. This translates to an 18.8% of our population receiving the first dose of the vaccine, and some 7.2% of our population having completed the vaccine schedule, or who are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
Minister Wells also revealed that the third and final doses of the AstraZeneca COVID vaccine are expected in country by the end of June. That includes an additional 33,600 doses procured through the Pan American Health Organization COVAX facility. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
A 56-year-old male resident of New Providence, the latest person to succumb to COVID-19. According to today's COVID-19 dashboard, he passed away a week ago on June 10th. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 241. 53 new positive COVID-19 cases reported today, 37 in New Providence, 13 in Grand Bahama, 2 in Abaco, and 1 new case in Eleuthera. 14 of those Grand Bahama cases and 1 from Eleuthera have a history of travel reported for the period November 3rd, 2020 to March 30th this year. 18 men and 35 women make up the newly infected cases. Active cases now stand at 740, with 22 new recoveries reported today. 38 persons are detained in hospital being treated for COVID-19, 3 of them in the intensive care unit. Well, there's a massive infrastructural and redevelopment plan on tap for the public health care system across the country that's expected to significantly transform and modernize those facilities while resulting in more efficient service for residents. Health Minister Wells noted in his budget contribution today that some $297,081,014 has been allocated to the Ministry of Health to fund capital works in the public health care sector this fiscal year. He detailed upgrades for the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Renovations will take place in the following locations: the I Ward, Female Medical 2, the former Physiotherapy Unit, the former Female Surgical 2, Children's Ward, Male Medical 2, and the decommissioned Intensive Care Unit. We will complete the Phase 2 of the Urgent and Emergency Care Project. Construction on the enhanced emergency department facilities initiated as part of the Urgent and Emergency Care Project is near completion. The first phase of this project at the Princess Margaret Hospital will enable us, Mr. Speaker, to expand the emergency department.
The health minister noted that the second phase of upgrades at the hospital's emergency ward will start in July, while a new state-of-the-art infectious disease unit will also be built at the facility. That includes a new 6-story tower.
The new construction will be a 96,288 square feet, multi-storied medical, surgical, and maternal and child health tower near the present critical care block. Mr. Speaker, this tower will enhance the service delivery model, increase the service capacity, and expand the scope of services provided with limited disruption to service delivery. The tower will also provide easy access and flow of patients on the inpatient wards that accommodate the primary users of the intensive care, neonatal intensive care units, and operating theaters.
Also contributing to the debate on the 2021-2022 budget this afternoon was Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works, the Honorable Desmond Bannister. He concentrated on several elements of his ministerial portfolio today. Tonight, we take a closer look at Bahamas Power and Light.
We're in the middle of June now. Average daily temperatures of 87 degrees. And we've not had a single incident of load shedding in almost 2 years.
But Minister of Works, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Desmond Bannister, did admit in his 2-hour budget presentation Thursday afternoon that Bahamas Power and Light did experience recent power outages in New Providence due to challenging weather events or drivers knocking down power poles. Nonetheless, he assures New Providence residents that BPL is summer ready.
We can safely account for a minimum of between 315 and 350 megawatts this summer against an expected summer peak load of 250 megawatts. The highest, for reference, the highest recorded peak reached in the Bahamas is 248 megawatts. And that means we should have almost from 60 to 100 megawatts of redundancy. So, Mr. Speaker, and that was in 2017. So, Mr. Speaker, we feel confident that there will be no load shedding this summer.
Regarding BPL's agenda in the Family Islands, the Works Minister outlined details of the power provider's current Abaco restoration project.
We concentrated on restoring the distribution system first, which is effectively mostly rebuilt, allowing the reconnection of all customers on the mainland who are ready to be reconnected. We're now in process of rebuilding the transmission network on the island, building in increased resiliency and efficiency with the new use of the new ductile metal poles. Mr. Speaker, you should see these poles in Abaco. I've never seen poles like these in my life. Speaker, those poles and other technological advances, adding redundant lines and SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition, remote control.
And he also offered this advice to Bahamians.
Our intention remains that Bahamian investors will have equity ownership in the energy sector going forward. BPL expects to break ground on a new station sometime this year, depending on the successful rate reduction bond offering. I will speak more on this topic on another occasion, but I want to get our people ready to be able to invest their money.
Debate on the 2021-2022 budget will wrap up this Monday, June 21st, with a communication by Minister of Finance, Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis. Tune into Parliamentary Channel 420, the Bahamas Radio Network, and our social media platforms for live coverage of the Prime Minister's contribution starting at 10 a.m. Monday, June 21st. Well, Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Honorable Halson Moultrie, clarified details on that technical glitch which halted House of Assembly proceedings yesterday.
White men doing work in the downtown area had accidentally ruptured the fiber optic cable of Cable Bahamas. That it had nothing to do with the electronic hand side, nor did it have anything to do with the ZNS, the Bahamas Broadcasting Corporation. It was simply a situation where the cable was accidentally, I guess, rendered inoperable.
Still ahead tonight, progress being made in the police's investigation into those 6 murders that happened back in April. And construction on the central bank's new headquarters passes the environmental test. We're just getting started. We've got more news on the next side of the break.
And remember to tune in to the morning edition with LaDawn Davis and Charles Fisher at 7 o'clock weekday mornings. We also have news updates at every hour starting at 2 p.m. You can then watch the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern edition, at 6:30, and the National Report live at 7 p.m. All right here on the ZNS Network.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
The $20 combo, unlimited talk, yo, to every network you know. Across the Bahamas, I got 6 gigs of data, plus unlimited chat. It just roll over too. Now let me check my people on Facebook and WhatsApp. BTC is where it's at. I rock my combo.
Your BTC 10-day combo is now only $20 and is supersized with a new low price.
BTC, do it again.
You know that feeling you get when you have an uncontrollable desire for fried chicken? That's the KFC. A substance that stimulates your senses to identify the aroma of our secret recipe or an extra crispy crunch from any distance. It's invisible to the naked eye, but you can feel it traveling throughout your body, taking control so you can enjoy a juicy bite of KFC. Ignite your senses with KFC.
Serenity Gated Community. Come and see what all the buzz is about surrounding our pre-construction home packages. Already, we have successfully made it possible for multiple families to realize their dream of home ownership. It's all about value building, folks. Home investment is by far the greatest investment one will ever make. So invest with confidence. Give Desiree Mingo a call at 376-0318 today.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Now to a story we're continuing to follow, an intense investigation into those 6 murders that happened on Jerome Avenue and Chesapeake Road. Police initially reported that on April 15th, 6 men who had just been released from police custody were passengers inside a silver Honda Inspire riding on that thoroughfare when individuals in a white Kia SUV reportedly trailed behind them. Police say 4 men in black then emerged from the vehicle, 2 with high-powered weapons, who later shot the victims. A 19-year-old female and a 2-year-old girl also sustained gunshot wounds in that massacre. Here's the latest update from Assistant Police Commissioner for Criminal Management and Criminal Investigations, Solomon Cash.
We're looking at about 5 persons of interest. We are not going to release those names to the public at this time, but there are 5 persons of interest we're looking at, and in short order we should be bringing them in custody because we believe that they have relative information as to be progressed in this investigation. We're using all our resources, basically our technical resources and our scientific approach to this investigation. And that is what we do. We have the experts who are on the ground, who are assisting the detectives in unraveling exactly what happened at that scene.
Police are also following significant leads into the country's latest homicides.
This is a matter that happened on Friday the 11th of June this year at Martin Street. We have already identified suspects. As a matter of fact, we have a suspect in custody who's assisting the police with this particular matter. The matter that happened on Sunday the 13th of June in White Subdivision, we have already identified 2 suspects in this matter. They are not yet in custody. However, we will launch a manhunt for these suspects. And the final matter is the matter that happened on Monday, the 14th, that happened at Falema Street And this particular matter, we are also following significant leads. So much so that we have already identified one of the suspects in this matter. And hopefully, by the end of the week, we should be bringing these 3 matters to closure once we can take the additional persons into custody.
Police issued 3 all-point bulletins late this afternoon for suspects they want to question for murder. Take a look at these pictures on your screen. The first suspect is 21-year-old Marvin Augustine. No fixed address was provided for him. The only description given was he has a dark brown complexion and slim build. 21-year-old Alan McKenzie of White's Addition of Kemp Road is the second murder suspect wanted by police. His characteristics listed as a dark brown complexion with a slim build. The third murder suspect has been identified as 21-year-old Philip Taylor of Dean Street. He has a dark brown complexion and medium build. If you can assist police locate these murder suspects, you're asked to call the Criminal Investigation Department. The number there is 502-9991, 502-9992. You can also contact your nearest police station or download the P3 Tips app. Stiffer penalties now in place for persons who steal from farmers. Here's what the Member of Parliament for Southern Shores and Social Services and Urban Development Minister, the Honourable Frankie Campbell, revealed in the House of Assembly yesterday.
It's wrong, Mr. Speaker. It's wrong, and I believe the good Minister for Agriculture will concur when I say we probably need to revisit the penal code. Probably need to revisit. Oh, I'm being told that we're bringing the legislation to revisit the penal code to make it a more serious offense.
And as a result, farmers incur significant losses when their harvest is stolen.
That their hard-earned labor is being stolen from them. And while someone see just a hand of banana, but I want you to compare it to another individual's monthly salary. Because in fact, that is what it is. When the farmer plants that banana sucker and waits for months and months and waters it, and now there's banana. And the farmer is counting days before he could reap that banana. But some thief decides, I shouldn't have to work, I shouldn't have to sweat. Farmer Turnquest, Farmer Cates, Farmer Jones, Farmer Sweeting, Farmer King, Farmer Nord has planted something for me.
Government opening a centralized collection center as part of its ongoing push toward digital transformation in the country. The center provides a centralized location for collecting government documents requested through the My Gateway portal. It's all a part of government's $30 million investment in digital transformation. Customers who need services from multiple government agencies can request all of their documents collected at the centralized collection center that's located in the post office at the Town Center Mall between the hours of 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. The central bank's released an environmental impact assessment of the proposed site of its new home in downtown Nassau. Officials are hoping to ensure that during construction there's minimal or rather no damage to the roots of silk cotton trees on site, as damage could compromise the integrity of aged trees and other native trees on the property that are part of the overall design. Due to site elevation, construction could also possibly up the risk of flooding to the immediate Shirley Street area. Now, to avoid the extensive runoff and flooding, then the plans to install a wastewater management plan. Further, a trench would collect water. The site will be graded to avoid areas where water can accumulate. Appropriate drainage will be installed, and during the hurricane season, the drainage systems cleared regularly. The central bank touts the positive socioeconomic impacts stemming from its new home, jobs for local residents, additional economic growth from construction, and a space for artists. The central bank's new 7-level building will comprise 250-seat multi-purpose theater, an art gallery, staff cafeteria and gym, visitor center, security operations, office spaces, conference rooms, and a public park. The warning from SuperValue Supermarkets President Rupert Roberts that consumers' grocery bills will increase by at least 8% before Christmas is raising eyebrows. And Roberts credited the increased prices to soaring freight and high trucking costs. Well, Price Control Commission Chairman Danny Sumner told our news team that the country imports about 90% of its food from manufacturers in other countries. And he agrees that food pricing and essential pricing for consumers will go up.
These prices reflect the growing demand and the availability of these food items that we import. Importation into the country is where most of the problem is. Almost everything that we consume, we import from either the U.S., Canada, in some cases, Europe. Every stores in the state where you go, the consumers in the States and in Canada are also complaining of the high cost of purchasing either food or essential things. The Bahamas is no exception.
Sumner assured consumers that breadbasket items are controlled by the commission and vows no price gouging on those items is taking place. He, however, though, made this recommendation.
As it is right now, Bahamian pay customs duty across the board on a lot of items. And in addition to the customs duty, there's VAT. So some things that you purchase, VAT and customs duties are applicable. Those items, once you purchase them, you would see the reflection in the pricing in the local retail stores. So the only way that can be controlled, if the government amend the Price Control Act, where the inspectors will have that power to police and control other items other than the price control items that you will consume or that you would purchase.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
When you want to save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you want to look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
That's why we got the
By now, you probably already know about our great VAT-inclusive combos available for our prepaid customers. By now, you probably already know how easy it is to purchase any of our prepaid combos. But what you probably don't know is that we've slashed the prices for many of our prepaid combos.
So our 10-day combo plan is now priced at $20. It used to be $25, it's now $20. It also includes unlimited anywhere minutes. Now, before, the only plan in our lineup that had unlimited anywhere minutes was our Always On Hero plan, which was a 7-day plan for $15. But we realized that a lot of customers really like that plan, and they want a little bit more, so that's what we've done. We've given them a little bit more with the great features that the Always On plan has. So $20, unlimited anywhere calling, which means that you can call on BTC's network as well as another network. It has 6 gigs of data for 10 days. Great combo. But that's not it. We've also reduced the price on our 30-day combo. So it used to be $60, it's now $39. What a great deal.
These packages are catered with every budget in mind, and our deals are unbeatable. These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corval Pyfrom. You continue to be well and be back here next BTC Connection.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Everyone's excited about the $8 meal of the day. Every day, it's a different 6-inch sub, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $8. That feels like fresh value. Come in any day of the week for one of your favorite 6-inch subs. Like turkey breast, meatball marinara, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, Black Forest ham, Italian BMT, oven-roasted chicken, and tuna. Then add chips and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got the $8 meal of the day. A great meal at a great price every day of the week. Only at Subway.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals, and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
It's been a tumultuous 48 hours for Cabbage Beach vendors, as yesterday they were prohibited from accessing the beach. We got an update today from group spokesman Larry Miller.
But 85% of us, or the vendors, already get their license, already clean up the beach, and we're looking forward to come to work. Especially in the second week of July, because the first deadline that passed, we wasn't finished yet. For the second one in July, we was looking forward to do this. Up comes all our stuff out in the road, all the stuff off the beach in the road, all the bims, all the chairs and umbrellas break up in the road out there. That's what caused all this to come back out here now. That's what caused us now. We can't go back to work until the second week in July. And that's we looking forward to that. So we're gonna come back out here every other day.
Vendor Caprio Saunders Miller noted that Wednesday's events added to an already stressful situation, as the vendors have essentially been out of work for nearly 2 years.
All us right now, we've been home now a year and 6 months. That is too long. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody done back to work. Cable Beach, some of the jet skis operators, some of them done back to work. Okay? It's time for us on Cabbage Beach to come back to work. Okay? We tired. Okay?
Well, regarding the Cabbage Beach incident, Public Parks and Beaches Authority Executive Chairman Dr. Shannon Don Cartwright emphasized in a statement the organization's commitment to ensuring the public has full and unobstructed access to all public beaches. Well, over at Potter's Key, dog vendors there continuing to rebuild their businesses after that massive fire that took place on April 11th. Bahama Dog and Allied Vendors Association President Ormonique Bowe says vendors have been assured that reconstruction costs will be included in the 2021-2022 budget. She added that reconstruction coincides with plans already on the table to transform the area that's set in 3 phases.
It would not happen overnight. And if we want it to be done correctly, if we want it to be done in a safe manner, we have to give the architects and the persons with the infrastructure, we have to give them a time. You want the time to do that, so when we come back, you understand me, it would be no hiccups. We have to give them time to do it. I said in the next 2 months, we should probably see progress.
In news from our #1 industry, increased airlift to the Bahamas welcomed by tourism officials as the country rebounds during the COVID-19 pandemic. Major U.S. airline carriers, American, Delta, JetBlue, United, Silver Airways, Frontier, and Southwest are all offering flights to several islands of the Bahamas. Air Canada and WestJet will return with service this winter from Toronto and Montreal to Nassau, as well as exploring a Toronto to Exuma schedule. Europeans can take advantage of British Airways' London-Nassau service that resumed last month and should increase to 3 flights per week this month. In total, scheduled international flights to the Bahamas has increased to 17 commercial carriers with a combined seating capacity from 37 international markets. That's according to Tourism and Aviation Minister, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar.
Resuming airlift has remained of utmost importance, and my team monitors airlift closely and are in constant communication with our airlift partners. Our airline partners not only reassure us, but have also demonstrated that as demand picks up, they will increase seat capacity. And this has indeed been the case. Airlift is approaching pre-pandemic levels, and we are nearing the return of all major airlines from key markets in the United States, Canada, Europe, and Latin America. We are starting to see new markets open and partners adding increased capacity to existing routes.
Well, visitors to the capital can enjoy an authentically Bahamian cultural experience. Desmond Saunders explains.
Tourism officials putting the spark into Nassau's dying nightlife and doubling the amount of entertainment activities for visitors to our shores. Bahamas Hotel Association and Allied Members Representative Cheryl Cambridge announcing the start of the John Watling's cultural show that will depict all that is Bahamian.
It's a Bahamian, 100% Bahamian. We have the Obeah woman, the limbo dancer, the fire dancers, the folklore dancers. We'll have it every Friday night from 6 to 8, the transportation included. This is very important because when they come off the cruise ship or come from the airport, there's no nightlife, and so we're hoping to generate more nightlife downtown Bay Street. So this is just the beginning of different things that we'll be having here in the tourist area. We have different zones now.
Efforts also underway to revive heritage and cultural tourism. Visitors will be offered a variety of experiences at one of Nassau's most historic sites and cultural hubs. Owner of John Watling's, Pepin Argamasilla, tells us how this will all come together.
The area that we're in, we call it Top of the Hill. Basically, it's the cultural heart of Nassau. Up here, we have houses that are more than 200 years old that have been refurbished into different experiences and into a hotel, such as Great Cliff. We have John Watling's at the old Buena Vista Estate, and we also have the National Art Gallery at Via Doyle. Basically, there's a cultural resurgence happening over here, whereby what we want to do is promote Bahamian culture and offer that to visitors and to local residents in the Bahamas to, again, celebrate who we are as Bahamians. It's basically an area tour. It's nothing really formal, but basically you can come up here, spend the day, and sample rum, chocolate, cigars, wine, you know, all the different products that we have available up here, as well as art and culture.
Director of Educulture Arlene Nash believes this experience is worthwhile.
We are certainly looking forward to it. I am sure you've heard all about the variety of experiences that visitors will have once they come up on the hill. And so you're talking Great Cliff, you're talking the National Art Gallery, you have the churches, as was mentioned, very historic. And then there's Educulture, where you get your Junkanoo experience.
With tourism as our main economic engine, stakeholders believe this initiative is vital to sustain our #1 industry. Desmond Saunders, ZNS Network News.
Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. More news right after this.
ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals the Balloon People has in store just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
If you're in need, you need to log on to Promise.
Promise gives you instant access to essential services.
No more waiting in line. Go online. If you don't have a computer or internet access,
visit a Community Support Services Division Outreach Center near you.
The help you need is now just one click away.
Log on to Promise today.
Joining the Alive Network has never been so easy. And if you're thinking about joining the Alive Network, or you're already in the in crowd and you need a little refresher, then this one is for you. When you're joining the Alive Network, you have two options when it comes to payment plans. You have the prepaid option or you have the postpaid option. And today we'll be talking about the benefits of the prepaid option. And one of those benefits I'm at here today, we're at Shell gas station where we have a pop-up for that Freedom 6 plan where you can win awesome prizes. So what are some of the perks of being a prepaid customer? Take a look.
I'll start off by simply explaining what being a prepaid customer means. All this means is that when you go to purchase plans weekly or monthly, you're able to change that plan at your leisure. You can purchase a Freedom 12 7-day plan this week and decide next week you want a 30-day Liberty 45 plan. That's flexibility. Our current prepaid plans are as follows. We have our 1-day Freedom 4 plan, our 7-day Freedom 6, Freedom 12, and Freedom 35 plan, and our 30-day Liberty 30, Liberty 45, Liberty 60, Liberty 90, and Liberty 140 plans. And if you didn't know, all of our plans also include free unlimited Alive to Alive text and Alive to Alive calls. So what else can you look forward to? Prepaid-only promotions. For example, currently when you purchase select plans within your MyLive app or at your local reseller like that Freedom 6 or Liberty 45, you're entered to win amazing prizes from Samsung devices to grocery vouchers, free plans, and so much more. You're also automatically a member of our exclusive rewards program, The List. But remember, your status within the list is based on your live spend within a 30-day period.
So there you have it, a quick little crash course on the perks of being a prepaid customer. If you're already an Alive customer, continue to look out for some awesome deals. If you're not, what are you waiting on?
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports. Bahamian veteran tennis player Marvin Rolle has been busy preparing for the prestigious Davis Cup tournament in Panama City, Panama. He's been in New Providence all throughout the pandemic. The 37-year-old will serve as player captain of the four-man team.
You know, I think we're used to this as a team, you know, because every Davis Cup guys come from all part of the world. They're in Europe, they're in the States. So, yeah, I know they're working hard, they're practicing, they're getting in their work, and, you know, when we get together, it'll be like we never left, and we just start off. But, you know, Justin is his first time on the team, so I'm sure he's used to the team spirit and team competitiveness because he played in college for so long. So I think we'll do all right.
Rolle adding that he likes the team's chemistry.
You know, Justin is out there. He's playing a lot of tournaments, and he had a couple of wins, so he has his confidence up high. So, and KJ, he's out there playing. He's in Europe playing club tennis, so I'm sure he's displaying his skills out there and getting confidence as well. Baker is always ready. He's proven for over the past couple of years. And myself, just for the doubles, you know, I still got it a little bit, you know, even though I'm up in age, but still got the doubles a little bit. So I think overall we have a strong team with the young guys and myself. I think we could do well.
And local amateur golfers were expected to be busy at the Albany Golf Course today as they kick off the 2021 Bahamas Golf Federation's RF Bank and Trust National Amateur Golf Championships. The 4-day, 4-round golf tournament will wrap up on Father's Day on Sunday, June 20th at the Royal Blue Golf Course at Baha Mar. On Friday and Saturday, golfers will play at the Ocean Club Golf Course on Paradise Island. Now, we understand from BGF officials the event was scheduled to start today, but due to inclement weather, today's round was canceled. So the event will officially start tomorrow at the Ocean Club over Paradise Island, with the first tee taking place at 10:30. There are 72 golfers in total who will be playing in the tournament. A total of 20 of those players are from Grand Bahama. At stake are limited spots on both the men's and women's national teams for the Caribbean Amateur Golf Championships set for August 8th through 12th in Puerto Rico. And that's been a look at sports. We'll check on weather when we return.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Today is a day for fun. Today is a day for family. So why should yesterday's worries affect my today? That's why I insure my family with J.S. Johnson, because their mission is to provide us with the best insurance coverage possible. With J.S. Johnson, I know my family comes first, so I take comfort in knowing that they always have us covered, providing us with a great today and an even better tomorrow.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
Days come and days go, but each day has specials at Super Value and quality supermarkets like Crisco Vegetable Oil, 48-ounce bottle, $3.49. Hunt's Ketchup, 32-ounce jar, $2.39. Best Yet Macaroni and Cheese, 7 1/4-ounce box, 2 for $1.29. Idaho potatoes, 5-pound bag, $3.39. Dana spare ribs, $2.69 per pound. If it's value you want, you really want Super Value and quality supermarkets.
The $20 combo, unlimited talk, yo, to every network you know. Across the Bahamas, I got 6 gigs of data, plus unlimited cha-cha. It's a roll over too. Now let me check my people on Facebook and WhatsApp. BTC is where it's at. I rock my combo.
Your BTC 10-day combo is now only $20 and is supersized with a new low price.
BTC, do it again.
When you testify in court, you're expected to tell the truth. Same goes for your insurance application form. You have to answer every question truthfully and provide all the information requested, or you could be found guilty of misrepresentation. That means your insurance company could deny your policy or refuse to pay your claim. Your insurance company relies on the information you provide to determine whether to issue you a policy. Leaving out just one piece of information could lead to misrepresentation. So read your application form carefully. If you're unsure about anything, ask your insurance agent or broker before completing and signing your insurance application form. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders. ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Variety Disposable Products has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime. ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Mama Sassy's Gourmet Foods has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
The renovation, upgrade, and construction of public clinics throughout the Family Islands, a major priority for government this fiscal year. Health Minister the Honorable Wentworth Wells says the clinics will incorporate energy-efficient designs for greater efficiency.
Within the Family Islands, Mr. Speaker, the government has sourced a $60 million IDB loan We will construct and/or retrofit 9 primary clinics in 7 islands. The physical works will fulfill 4 attributes that we deemed necessary in the healthcare environment. Those buildings will be resilient to disaster and climate change. They will be designed to care for and contain the spread of infectious diseases. They will be designed with the capacity for telemedicine services.
Minister Wells also provided more details on where clinics will be built throughout the Family Islands.
Look at these 9 clinics. These new clinics that will meet the EDGE certification will be built on the following sites. Exuma, one will be built at Black Point. One will be built in Mangrove Key, Andros. Another in Fresh Creek, Andros. Andros, oh Andros. Another will be built Brother Johnson in Rock Sound, Eleuthera. And another, the member for Cat Island, is in here in Smith's Bay Clinic, Cat Island.
A recent announcement paves the way for just over 30 local operators to benefit from Crystal Cruises' partnership to offer a local experience to guests on its luxury Bahamas Escapes voyages. Now, these voyages will leave from Nassau beginning July 3rd and Bimini on July 4th, with the expectation is bolstering the economic growth in those islands. Now, during its cruise calls in the Bahamas, which have been extended into November, Crystal Cruises will continue to work closely with local partners on Nassau and Bimini to ensure all are supported as they prepare for guests to visit the Bahamas. Crystal Cruise President Jack Anderson was saying, quote, "We are excited to partner with local businesses to make that vision a reality and assist in getting businesses back on track after a difficult economic year," end quote. Tourism remains a towering element in the country's economy, and the return of cruising in the Bahamas is vital for the tourism sector as well as tourism stakeholders. Well, it's now time for a check on the weather in your part of the Bahamas, and joining us now in studio is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Hi, Basil. It was kind of rainy and kind of hot today here in New Providence.
As predicted, we expected the morning rains and things got better in the afternoon, but the temperatures are now starting to rise. And we're taking now to the tropics just briefly. We have this broad area of low pressure in the southwest Gulf of Mexico. Well, that's now what we call a potential tropical cyclone number 3. It's becoming better organized, and within the next day or so, perhaps as early as later on tonight, this could become a named system. The good news for us is that it will be moving towards the north at around 9 miles per hour. Maximum sustained was right now at about 35 miles per hour. Outside of our studios, we're under mostly cloudy skies after the early morning rains. Temperature at 86 degrees, relative humidity 69%. We have south-southeast winds at 7 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,016.7 millibars. That is 30.03 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the outlets this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 79 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Turkey. Marshall below warm at 83 degrees. We have 84 in the Berry Islands and Alistown, Bimini. 82 in Harbor Island, Rock Sound, Eleuthera 84, Black Point, Exuma 84, also Kemps Bay, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros, all reporting 84 degrees. 83s in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rum Key, and Georgetown, Exuma 84 in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Acklands, Matthewtown, Inagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In our northwestern part of the country, the winds are going to be east to southeast, and this is right through Saturday, by the way. Wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean with no caution flags in place. Low tide, that will take place at 7:56 this evening. Another low tide at 8:34 tomorrow morning. For the central Bahamas through Saturday, winds southeast at 12-13 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet. Caution flags in place for the central Bahamas. And also in the southeast Bahamas into Saturday, the winds are a little stronger at 15 to 20 knots. Also out of the southeast, the wave heights 4 to 7 feet, and the caution flags are also in place for the southeast Bahamas through Saturday. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
If you see me on the dance floor, man, and kind on by. Hey, Stripping, dipping, dancing all across the floor. Whining, bumping, jerking, Lord, I'm holding my head. Well, listen, you can't blame me.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Your feet.
Inagua National Park spans over 183,000 acres of breathtaking wetlands and coppice on the southernmost island of the Bahamas. Although it is internationally known as the site for the world's...
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have potential tropical cyclone number 3 in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico continues to become better organized. It's now having about a 90% chance of becoming a named storm within the next day or so as it moves over the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. It is presently moving towards the north at about 9 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds at 35 miles per hour. Our forecast for tonight becoming partly cloudy and somewhat on the muggy side with a low temperature of 79 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at mostly cloudy, much drier than it has been because we have that Sahara dust that's moving into the area, and that's suppressing those shower development. High temperature tomorrow, 89 degrees, the extended weather forecast, which will take us through the weekend. We're looking for a pretty nice weekend, at least sky-wise. Not much rain in the forecast. Temperatures, though, getting up into the 90s during the daytime, and we're going to start clocking some 80s as well during the nighttime. So things are really heating up over the next several days. Altuis.
Thanks so much, Basil. Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information source, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire hardworking news and technical teams, thanks so much, Bahamas, for watching, and have a good night.
This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Bahamas National Trust in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
For 6